You want a little piece of that fuzzy.
What's up guys, Rolf here, and today I'm as a brand new cut comment on my channel here today. Today we are going to be playing some Black Ops 2, going back to this game just before Black Ops 3 comes out, or hopefully we can get a good gameplay in here for you guys to watch today. So today I do have a very interesting topic that I want to cover on my channel here today for you guys to take a look at. I did actually cover it back when I was a lower subscribed to YouTube. I think I had around 200 subs when I last covered it, but it was around a year ago that I did cover this story. Today what I want to talk about, guys, is the time I almost got kidnapped. Yes, that's right guys, I did almost get kidnapped when I lived in my old house. It was a very, very scary encounter with a weird man and a few of my friends that really is really scary when you think back to it, but at the time I didn't know much of what was actually going on. So this event actually resulted in a lot of things happening and going down. There was indeed an arrest made of a weird pedo man, I suppose that's what you'd call them. Something very, very scary that I hope no one experiences ever. It's just such a scary experience, and something that actually scared me later on in the night when I actually realised what had happened. So on the old estate, I actually knew quite a few people where I lived. There was around 4 or 5 of us that actually went out and played football or just talked after school. There was around 8 of us that used to go out and play football all together just after school to, you know, chill down after school and just have some fun. Then we'd go talk for a bit before we went in to have dinner, stuff along the lines of that. Of course, I don't do that anymore though, because I am the sad ass who just sits on his Xbox all day after school, because, you know, what else is there to do at the moment. Well, anyway, back onto the topic. I did actually used to go out with my friends, you know, play football and all that sort of good stuff. Before this happened, then I got very, very scared to go out, and it was actually something I wouldn't believe that this would happen to me. It's something you would hear about, but you'd never expect to happen to you. So enough of rambling on, guys, I'm going to get into the story. Now, when I was around 9 and lived on this estate, there was a scary encounter one night. I'll set the scene first. I went out to play football after school with my friends one day. Of course, we were all in our football shirts, you know, that's just what you do when you're playing football with your friends when you're a child. I was around 9 or 10, like I said, and something very interesting went down. After we finished playing football, we decided we'd just go out to the park and go walk around for a bit, talk about some stuff, and then on the way to believe it was the co-op, we were going somewhere anyway. That doesn't really matter where we're going though. And a guy in a car actually stopped off by the side of us in a blue Ford Fiesta. That's the one, it was a blue Ford Fiesta. So the man actually rolled the window down and began to talk to us. At first, he seemed perfectly normal. Seeing as I was a very young child, I didn't really know what was going on and didn't really have the knowledge of who and of what was a pedo and what if a kidnapper sort of looked like and talked about, and sort of talked about what not look like, because they don't really look like anything specific. They just sort of talk about some weird shit to you. So after he'd stopped his car in the middle of the road, bear in mind, on the estate to talk to us, he actually acknowledged that one of my friends was wearing a Chelsea shirt. But there was around 4 of the friends, like I said, we were all wearing football shirts due to the fact we were playing football. One of my friends was wearing a Chelsea shirt, so of course he picked up on the fact that he was wearing a Chelsea shirt. And then he actually began to talk to us about Chelsea and about how his son supports Chelsea. So after he sort of rambled on about Chelsea's season and how it was going and all that sort of stuff, he actually said to me and my friends, "Do you want to come in my car and we'll go pick up my son so we can play, we can talk about football together?" And at that point, it snapped to me that he obviously was a weird guy. It's not really normal that someone comes up to you, stops outside you, stops in the middle of the road and says, "Do you want to come in my car to come talk to my son about football?" Of course, we all then realised that something fishy was going on here. As soon as we found out about, sort of noticed what was going on, we all literally just pegged it. Like, we didn't even say bye. Like, it's probably the worst thing you do when talking to someone someone like that. We literally just pegged it. In the middle of the road, just ran, shit scared. Of course, when we're 9 years old, you can't really defend yourself. However hard you act in front of your friends, you're not going to be able to defend yourself in front of a guy like that. So, as we started running down the road, he literally took off. In his car, he literally, he was so fast down the road, he was gone. So me and my friends obviously started talking about what had just happened, and we were scared. Our hearts were beating, we were very scared, and then we just sort of went home and didn't talk about it. For some reason, my stupid 9-year-old brain decided not to tell my mum what had just happened, and I can't believe I didn't tell my mum what had happened. Something this serious, and I just thought it'd be okay that I'd leave it. But the following night, when we had obviously been to school, none of us went out just because we were so scared of what had happened. I went to the door because someone knocked it very late at night. It was dark. I believe it was around 9 o'clock. I went to the door, and outside the door I saw a guy in a completely fluorescent jacket. And I remember this, straight down I remember this, just dropped to the ground, and I don't understand why. And I shout to my mum, the police are outside, and there was one policeman standing outside the door, and I had no idea what it was for. I sort of forgot about the almost kidnapping thing that had happened the night before, and sort of just got really nervous thinking about all the things that I could have done that would have required the police to be outside my house. So my mum opened the door, I rushed upstairs just because I was so scared. I didn't know why there was a policeman, I didn't know what had gone down. I was just so scared, so I rushed up to my room, which is 3 stores up, so I was like listening to the conversation that was going downstairs. Then my mum called me down, so at that point I was shitting it. I didn't know what I'd done. Obviously the policeman wanted to talk to me, and I was scared out of my mind. So guys, like I was saying, I came downstairs scared out of my mind. I had no idea what had happened, and of course the policeman started talking to me. He was totally fine about it, nothing sort of jumpy, nothing that I should have been worried about. He first of all said that, don't worry, this is nothing you have to be worried about. Him saying that, there was relief all over my body. I was so scared of what I had done. And then I realised, of course, it was the thing he was talking about. It was going to be the kidnapping, almost being kidnapped experience. So he asked me loads of questions about what had gone down, colours of the car, what he said. He'd actually been to all my friends beforehand, but he didn't tell me that till the end. And he said, yes, my description matches all of your friends. There's definitely something fishy going on here. So the following days at school went past. Me and my friends couldn't believe it. There was loads of people talking about this due to the fact that we were almost kidnapped. That stuff doesn't usually happen where I live. Where I live is usually very safe. Nothing really bad goes down here, no crimes, nothing that bad. So obviously it was a big deal from where I lived, and a lot of people are talking about it. So around a month or 2 later, probably even more than that, they had said that they had found the guy. He'd been sent to prison. He had a court date. I don't know if he got sent to prison. I don't know if he actually got time in jail, but he definitely had a court date that he had to go to. None of us had to go to it. I believe George's stepdad did though, because he is the policeman that interviewed us. And like, I was scared out of my mind, and to hear that something had happened to it, obviously he'd been done for something, that was a joy to me, that he'd been obviously taken off the streets and that he can't do that to anyone else. So that is by far one of the most scary experiences I've had in my life, guys, so far. It's definitely something I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. I thought I'd tell you guys about it today, seeing as it's something out of the ordinary. This doesn't happen to a lot of people, but it does happen to some, which I can't believe still happens. It is something that happened to me, and I thought it'd be best for me guys to tell you, just seeing as it is such a cool and unique story. I thought you guys would love it. So anyway guys, thanks so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, if you did, make sure you hit the button down below. Subscribe for more daily cut comments on my channel. I'm jumping into cut the comments more now than actual informational videos, but I will be covering big pieces of information. Hey guys, now not long till Black Ops 3 does come out. Can't wait. Absolutely buzzing for it. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to see you guys in my next video.